What is going on, fellow YouTubers? This is Heath Nation 2465, and if the outfit and the setting look a bit weird right now, that's because I am filming this part while I'm on break at work. I'm going to be filming this video throughout the entirety of the day. Now, the purposes of this video is a movie review, which is a great departure from what you're normally used to seeing on my channel. But there is a good reason for this. So for a bit of context, I want to direct your attention to this episode of the Berserk and Nasty podcast that was aired in October of last year. In this episode, me and my friends reacted to a trailer for an up-and-coming independent film involving our good friend Daniel. Now, for those of you who have watched my streams on Twitch, you may remember Daniel from the Gamer Mania stream during the Mario Party segment. The movie that he was featured in was called Late Night Delivery, a thriller film produced by Nice Studios. Here is a description of what the movie is about from their Facebook page.
Teddy is an average girl who works at a pizza parlor in a small town where there's been a kidnapping. Her best friend / co-worker, Nick, is throwing a Halloween party where Teddy's love interest, Emily, will be attending. But before Teddy can go, she has to make one last pizza delivery. She then encounters two people who change her life forever in one night. Nick is, of course, played by Daniel, whereas Teddy, the lady on the left here, is played by Lila Kirsten. Now, the kidnapping aspect of the story revolves around two characters, one named Rachel, played by Alyssa Ryan Ambergy, and Valerie, played by Mackenzie Grafstrom. Now, of course, there are other side characters to note, but these are like the main four of this movie. The movie was produced by Nice Studios. Now, during the process of editing this video, I had no idea that they had pages outside of their Facebook. I found out that they had an Instagram and even an Indiegogo page, which goes into a bit more detail on what Nice Studios is. Here it is, quote, "Late Night Delivery is a story written by Matthew Stout and Nick Hayes. It will also be co-produced and co-directed by both of us. We recently started our own small independent film company, Nice Studios, as a way to make our passion a reality. This will be our first production together as a team, and we would love for all of you to be a part of this journey with our amazing cast and crew as we do our best to entertain you with this horror film." Now, the following footage you're seeing here is of both the dinner that we had before the movie as well as the red carpet. And now for my review and my rating. Spoiler free, of course. Overall, I give this movie around a B+, A-. I thought the plot to this movie was actually pretty clever for something that's considered a thriller. And there was some decent amount of comedy thrown in, which is not something you really see in a thriller, but they were actually able to pull it off in this unique way. The ladies, of course, played their parts very well, and you could tell that Daniel had a lot of confidence in his voice while he was going about his character. And even the side characters enhanced parts of the movie dramatically with their performance. And of course, without spoiling anything, the ending of the movie I thought was perfect because it looped back to everything we saw at the very beginning of the movie. Now, my only critique of this movie is, of course, there were some parts where you couldn't really hear the dialogue over the music, so it really was an issue with sound. Of course, this is not just exclusive to Nice Studios. There are a lot of independent companies that struggle with that, and this is Nice Studios' first, official movie. So I'm gonna throw them a bone on this one. Now, of course, I didn't know if I wanted to upload this video or not because of the fact that this movie has not been released to the general public. I get that it's had trailers on YouTube and Instagram and all that, but nobody outside of everyone who was at this movie theater has access to this movie. So I was a bit skeptical at first. But I also figured I would use my review of this movie to help push it towards a public audience. to help push it towards public consumption, because I feel like this movie does need to be released to the public in some way. Now, remember the aforementioned Indiegogo page? Well, turns out they were selling a bunch of merchandise, and one of the perks that you could get was a Blu-ray of this movie. So it goes to show that this movie was going to be released to the general public, but to what capacity, we don't know yet. Now, I just want to preface this by repeating what I said on that aforementioned podcast and on a stream that I was a part of with Ryan Kinnell years ago. I have no issue with independent movies at all. If anything, you're going to start seeing more of these movies come about with the decline of Hollywood and the rise of subgenres in the content creating world, such as the analog horror genre made by Kane Pixels with the Back Room series, or Alex Kister with the Mandela catalog. You're gonna start seeing more of these creators in more of these productions left and right within the next few years. And that's good for these people that were involved in a project such as Late Night Delivery, for the likes of my friend Daniel, or even Lila, Alyssa, Mackenzie, all these people that took part of this project, because they can now build up a resume, they can potentially get more lucrative offers for bigger productions down the road. They'll also have experience to boot. And that's why I think movies such as Late Night Delivery should be released to the public, whether it be through websites like Facebook or YouTube or what have you. This is also beneficial to companies like Nice Studios, because this would also give them the opportunity to pursue more lucrative ventures and eventually net themselves some resources that could help with their productions, such as equipment or easy access to permits that they might need to shoot in certain locations. A special shout out to Nice Studios for the accommodations, for the red carpet event. You guys were awesome. I will put the links to all their socials, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff in the description below if you want to go check them out. Now, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more commentary like this, make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends and family, what have you. And yeah, I have nothing but positive reception for the movie, the subsequent events surrounding it, all the people involved. It was just a great experience all around, and I hope it leads to more opportunities and events down the line. With that being said, this is Heath Nation 2465. I'm out.
We got it. We're here.
Oh, yeah.
Late Night Delivery. Daniel, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing awesome.
Hey, first time at a movie, man. I never expected it from you.
I
You're
know.
like the last person
I
that...
didn't think so either, but here we are.
Yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm proud of you,
wouldn't
buddy.
either. Me too.
I'm proud of you.
I love it.
Let's do it for the camp.
Oh.
Yeah.